guys, welcome back to another episode of 12-Inch Fanatic. Remember to subscribe. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Rambo First Blood Part 2 John Rambo by THREEZERO. This figure it's not a new release, it's been out since last year, but I just got this because I was kind of dissatisfied with the quality of my Hot Toys version of the Rambo from Rambo 3 that I've had for a while. So we're actually going to do a side-by-side and see if Hot Toys or if THREEZERO can do a better Rambo. And I'm guessing it's going to be THREEZERO from the figures that I've done from them before. They're just outstanding with their head sculpts, with their accessories, their attention to detail. Hot Toys has had some misses over the years. The most recent one is the announcement of the ballerina, Ana de Armas. Her head sculpt on that figure, if anybody from Hot Toys is paying attention, hopefully they're going to rework that head sculpt before they make the final release of the figure. Listen to your collectors on this one. Anyways, let's crack this open and see what we got. All right, so here he is, Rambo First Blood Part 2. Got an image of the figure on the box on the back, movie poster look on the front. To survive a war, you gotta become war. Ooh, that's deep. For our country to love us as much as we love it, that's what I want. Quote of his. That window there. So aside from me not liking the body and even to some extent the head sculpt on my Hot Toys figure, which, mind you, is from 2007. This figure here is from 2024, so it's going to have a little bit better technology built into it as far as, you know, the way that figures have come along over the years. But I also wanted the red bandana because that's more of his classic look, and the Part 3 version of him has a black bandana. Oh, I love that new figure smell. All right, so head sculpt right off the bat, I'd say it's pretty on point. That looks fantastic. Now, if I wanted to go all the way with this, I might put some gloss effect on him, really get detailed and make it look like he's sweating, because he looks a little dry here. But even on the hair, they did great at sculpting that. And it's got some layers in there. You can see the lines that they put a hair piece essentially on the sculpt itself, which I think this lower layer of hair is part of the head sculpt, and then this top piece on top. But it looks blended very nicely. And you've got this coming from underneath the hair. You get a little bit of it peeking through on top on the forehead. Good gloss on the eyes. Seamless arms, thank you so much. Can't do too much with the exposed wrists, but that's okay. Bending the arms, maybe the elbow could come out a little bit more, and a little bit too much fold up here, but looks decent enough. And it holds when you bend it, doesn't flex back. Got a sheath here. Leather-like, not plastic, and full sculpt on the boots here, including the laces, but the sculpt on the laces look very nice. They really pop, and the weathering on that is unbelievable. Look at that. Their THREEZERO logo there, but look at the weathering on those boots. Very good. Solid figure. Even in the striations on the back here. Look at that. So far, no regrets. Yep, got good movement on the neck. Okay, wow, great figure. Let's see what else we got here. So we got his AK here, and it's nicely weathered. Look at the scratch marks on there. Magazine comes out. No movement there, but you got some movement here. And then you got the strap here. And then this comes up, the sight. Very nicely done. His iconic knife, and this is plastic. Nicely done though. And then you've got this cord here. This huge monstrosity. Of course, because it's an action movie, he was able to wield this with no problem. Very heavy weapon though. And you got some rotation on the handle here. Looks like sight comes up here. And does this come up? Yep. So this comes up here as well to insert the belt. Very nice that they included that detail in there. Snaps right in. And then you've got some movement here. Several hand options. And very nicely sculpted. There's some minimal weathering on there. I would probably do a little bit more. I mean, they scuffed up his body pretty nice, made it dirty. His hands are going to be the most dirty thing, so you probably want to add some detail on that. Oh, I was wondering if they were going to include this. So this guy got the belt here, and it's kind of stiff. Maybe they could have used a different material. So you probably want to use a heat gun to bring out these creases a little bit from it sitting in the box, but very nicely done. Got a smaller knife here. Got his bow. Good detailing on that, the way they tied it up. Got his bag, leather-like, working zipper. And you got the strap on the back. Plastic button closure. Very nicely done. You got 5 bows here. Single sculpt, painted tips. Got 2 of these jab knives here. Hopefully the instructions will tell me what this little thing is. Got a rocket launcher, and it's got this metal piece here. So that's it. Got a metal strap here that just kind of comes undone and then snaps in. I guess so it could go like that. And then you could put in the rocket. As long as I was in the military, I have never used a rocket launcher. I guess they didn't trust us to train with these. So it's got good detailing on it. Man, that's nice. And then you got the label over here as well, how to use it. See, the instructions are already on there. Why couldn't they let us train with these? Oh well. And you've got his top. And the pockets actually work, so you can put stuff in there. Got his watch. And you got a good readout there as well. His iconic little necklace here with that little idol on it. I thought this was green, but it's silver here. Very nice. And then an extra peg in case one breaks, along with the instructions and a warranty sheet. Yep. So let's get this set up. I'll do a side-by-side with the other one from Hot Toys and give you my final thoughts. All right, so here he is all set up, and boy, does this figure look fantastic. I mean, would it have been nice if this was seamless where the arm meets the shoulder? Sure, but it doesn't detract from the figure overall. Excellent presentation here. And let's look at the Hot Toys version right next to him. So, one thing that stands out right away is his necklace. It's bright green, and I think this was it was a green amulet, sure, but it wasn't this bold and it wasn't this big. The sizing is more accurate on this one. The color's just a little bit more off with 3 zeros. But you could easily paint that. Other than that, it does come with a base. The Hot Toys always has bases with their figures, and they're usually good about doing nameplates with them, which I love. 3-0 doesn't do bases at all, and that's fine. You could always get a custom one made. It's always nice to have one, though. But other than that, this has the dreaded fray going on in the back here with the pack holding the arrows, and yeah, it's just disaster right now. I'd have to replace that. But it does have his iconic knife. The arms are seamless as well, but they're just a little bit too pronounced, the muscles, and it's a little too skinny. The sizing is more accurate on the arms on this one, a little bit larger muscles. So, yeah, Hot Toys missed. I mean, granted, like I said, it's 2007 versus 2024. But even the head sculpt, you can tell it's him, but it just looks a little basic compared to this one. Right? And the hair sculpt is also pretty bad as well. So I'm going to get rid of this guy on eBay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 3-0 always tends to score high with me. They do a really good job. I'm going to give this a 9.8. The detailing on everything, including the accessories. So I'll point out, I had to read the instructions on this. So this actually comes out like this, and that's how you prepare it. You bring up the 2 sights, and then you launch it like that, and then it just, this collapses into here, and then that goes down, and then you put the cover back on here, and yeah, it's outstanding figure. No regrets at all in this purchase. I mean, I'm getting lucky lately. It's been a while since I've had a real disaster with a figure. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.